Hi, welcome to Cook in the Kitchen with Drew with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. You got Drew and
Tanya.
And we're making, what are we calling them now?
Magic Muffins.
With pumpkin.
And why are they called Magic Muffins? Do you
because they are magical?
No, well, they are magical too because he's making them. But abracadabra, when you see them, and then you don't because they're so good.
Now you see them, now you don't.
Yes.
This one I had to write the recipe down for. It's a little complicated. So what we've got is we've got all of our dry ingredients mixed, all of our wet ingredients mixed, and then we're going to blend them. The wet ingredients are a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, 2 eggs, 2 large eggs, and a 1/4 cup of milk. And we used oat milk for this one. We've got a lot of dry ingredients here. 1/4 teaspoon, or I'm sorry, 1/2 teaspoon, we use Celtic sea salt here. We're using organic coconut flour, and we got 1 3/4 cups of this. We've got 1 cup of monk fruit sweetener here. And what I've done is taken a cup of it and mixed with the dry ingredients, but I've also taken a little bit, set it off to the side. So we're going to sprinkle that on top when we're done with putting the muffins together. We've also got organic coconut flakes, and we use unsweetened organic coconut flakes. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the muffins in, put the batter in, top them with a little bit of organic coconut, and then a little bit of the monk fruit sweetener in each one. Then we've got, how much is this? 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're using a combination of cinnamon, pumpkin pie spice, which is cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. So we've taken, for 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1.5 teaspoons of this pumpkin pie spice. The pumpkin pie spice is a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and then a 1/4 teaspoon each of the ginger and the cloves. And then we're going to add also another 1/4 teaspoon of ginger to that.
And if you're interested, they actually have the pumpkin puree with all those seasonings. So you can kind of get the pumpkin pie mix organic. I think that's a lot easier than adding, if you don't have the cloves and all the other additives or those herbs. You can just
so it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And you can season it the way you want. That's just a recommendation. We could put some allspice in there, which we don't have in our cabinet, unfortunately. But anything that's that pumpkin-y seasoning, so we've got nutmeg and cloves and cinnamon and allspice. So feel free to play around with those a little bit too. So this is our wet ingredients mixed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my lovely assistant here to take these ingredients and start...
And what was this?
This is our dry ingredients, all the dry ingredients mixed. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pouring in the wet ingredients into here. If you can start stirring that up.
Okay, I could do that.
And then we're just going to start blending all this together.
Okay, yummy, yummy. Yeah, this looks good. And I think we could, what we did for those pumpkin energy balls, you can actually put in, if you'd like, chocolate chips, dark chocolate, or if you'd like to use carob, which is an alternative to chocolate. I like it because it's high in fiber if you have the allergy.
You're not doing a very good job, by the way.
So you're already relinquishing my duties.
I'm already taking command of the mixing responsibilities here.
Yeah, I was already, oh well.
Trying to get this done. So all we're doing is we're getting a good mix here going. It's going to be a little bit dry, which is fine, but then we're going to pour this into all of those pie tins, and once we do that, then we're going to top them off. So it's almost done mixing up here.
Okay. And then this, do we need to add? Or?
No, that's just for the topping.
Oh, okay, cool.
So what we're going to do is once this is all nicely mixed.
Yummy, yummy. Yay. It's a magic muffin time. You can get the kids to join in, which is fun.
Have them help you mix it up.
Or make it a fun date night with you.
So you can see it's now coming together here. If we just mash it all together, it's a little bit on the dry side, but that's okay. Okay. But it's all mixed nicely together here.
If you want it moister, do you need to add more
We just add a little bit more oat milk to it if you want it a little moister.
And there's no eggs here. It's a vegan, right?
There are 2 eggs in there.
Oh, 2 eggs.
There are 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. Okay. So we could probably, if you want to grab the oat milk out of the fridge, we could probably put a little bit more in there.
Okay, should I go behind you?
Yeah. Let's moisten it up just a little bit. It called for a 1/4 cup. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit more in there. And feel free to use any kind of milk. If you want to use dairy milk, that's fine. We're using the non-dairy. We're going to top that off with a 1/2 cup total. So that'll moisten it up a little bit. depending on the size of the eggs, they might turn out a little bit drier too.
Yeah, and just remember pumpkin really high in potassium. You're going to have some good fiber from it as well as we're using that puree, or if you use real pumpkin from the pumpkin, you know, just cut up your own pumpkin. And then this is like oat milk, but if you are going to use milk, see if you can get organic or get it from the farm. I usually get my goat's milk from the farm, which is great, so you know it's fresh. And then you can also see how they treat the animals too, which is good.
And this is a little bit on the drier side, so what I'm going to do is I'm just, like you see here, I'm just going to take a big scoop of it, pat it down a little bit.
Down. Here, I'll do it this way.
Cool. And we're going to top these off.
Yep.
They will rise a little bit because of the baking soda. They'll rise a little bit in there.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just take a little sprinkle of this monk fruit sweetener that we had left over.
We have some more
And
here.
then put a little bit of our coconut flakes on here.
Oh, nice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah.
So we're not going to bore you with filling up all the rest of the muffin tins. We're going to fill them up. We're going to bake it. We've already got the oven preheating. It goes 425 for 5 minutes, and then we drop it to 350, and we bake it for another 16 or 17 minutes until they're done. So we'll be back here in a couple of minutes once these are done and show you what they look like.
And feel free, if you want to add some nuts to this, is also a nice high protein source, or putting in some protein powder too.
Yeah, you can put protein powder in, you can put nuts, you can put chocolate chips, carob chips. If you're using chocolate chips, we just suggest either the high content of dark chocolate or use carob.
Yeah, and pumpkin is a squash. It's also a really good source of vitamin. You can get some vitamin C from pumpkin, and also some magnesium there as well. But I like it. It's a nice, easy snack. You can give it, have it in the morning with the kids, and just pop it in their lunch pails for a snack when they get home. So, yay! And it's pumpkin. I love pumpkin. So good for you.
So we'll be back here in a few minutes. Once they're done baking, we'll show you what they look like.
A few moments later.
We're back.
We're back. Muffins are done. You can see, look at how these came out.
Crispy.
Beautiful golden brown with that coconut on top. A little bit crispy on the top. Good.
Wow, it was good.
Still a little bit warm. You can taste all the seasonings, the cinnamon, the allspice, everything.
Really good.
Well,
Nice
those
snack.
turned out nice. Make a great snack. Put them in Tupperware, refrigerate them. Kids can snack on them throughout. If, like us, you're facing a hurricane, it would be a nice snack to have during the storm.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
I'm just excited that we are trying to stay chill during the. It is actually quite calm outside. You know, they say the calm.
The literal
before.
calm before the storm, yeah.
I know. So we're just breathing, trying to stay busy, and everybody out there, stay safe, stay well. We're just sending lots of.
Well, by the time you see this, the storm
I
will pass. So,
know.
hope you made it through the storm
Yes,
safely.
Definitely. That's our well wishes to all our brothers and sisters out there. We just want to send lots of love to Asheville, all the people that have gone through Helene. We just want to send love. And we all kind of have our storms in our head too sometimes. So just kind of breathing through that, knowing that, again, you're a bright light in this world. You're meant to shine. So, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Toodles.
And remember,
Your health matters. Take care
Toodles.
now. Be safe.
Yeah, be safe.